Good morning, student. Today we are going to start time series, chapter number 4 of part 1. We will be seeing the theory today. Okay, in time series, you will be having time series introduction, meaning, and all the components of the time series trend, methods of measuring trend. In that, you will be having three method: graphical method of least square, and method of moving averages. Now let us begin with the important point of the time series. We will be seeing the first, its meaning. Meaning, the statistical data, this is your meaning, okay? The statistical data collected at a specific interval of a time. What is collected? Data. Data is collected. Statistical data is collected at a specific interval. Intervals are kept. Year, a particular gap of a year, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, means after having a year gap, a data has been collected, and that data arranged in a chronological order. Chronological means a numerical order. The data which they are collecting, that data they are arranging in a chronological order, numerical order, is called time series. That is known as what? Time series. Again, I am telling, a statistical data collected at a specific interval and arranged in a chronological order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that they are arranged, is called what? Time series. Is that clear? This is what known as time series. For example, the fluctuation here, for example, the direction, this is the example. Give the example of time series. The direction, proportion, pattern of the variation in the population of certain region can be known by studying its time series. Direction, that in which direction the particular weather direction, forecasting and everything can be done. Then proportion, pattern of variation, changes coming in the population, increasing, decreasing, in which year it was high, in which year it was less, in which year the birth rate was very high, in which year the birth rate was very less. So like that a comparative study can be done. So these are the example. Is that clear? Up till here they have given the examples only. See here. Now one more thing. The data regarding the changes in the variable at a specific time interval are shown in time series. The interval, the gap which we are taking, that gaps are shown in the chapter of time series. The unit of time is dependent. Dependent means y. Unit of time, the time is dependent on the variable under study. Who is in this dependent variable is said to be y, and independent is what? X. So the time x is considered on independent variable, and the dependent variable y t, that is known as y t. This is known as y t, which is dependent on the time, that is known as t. Okay, this is one of the example they have given. See here, this is the example they have given. A gap of years, 2 to 3, then 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 1 year gap is taken. Okay, after this, the graph they have shown, a particular graph which is been giving any of the pattern, that is the resemblance, that is the particular system which is showing the study, which is showing the time series. Okay, now coming to the part of importance of time series. Importance of time series in that first, direction and pattern of variation. Direction and pattern, this is the pattern, and which direction they are going, that direction is being shown. This direction has been shown. Here the direction has been shown. Pattern is also there. So direction and pattern of variation, changes in the values of series, can be known from the past data. So from this data we are able to know the direction also, and we are able to know the pattern also, that which direction, left, right, what is the pattern that has been visible to us. So from the past data, direction and pattern is known. Okay. Second, the variation in the future can be estimated from the extent of variation in the values of the series. Means taking the past data, we can assume or we can identify what variation, what changes are going to come in the future. So based on the variation extent values of the series, future can be estimated. Okay, taking the past data, we can think about the future. Then the third point, important decision can be taken from the estimated value of the future, and industrial as well as government policy can be easily framed. So again, we can take a decision. Based on the past data, decision can be taken related to future and industrial. Only this much. Is that clear? Related to the future and industries, we can take the important decision. Two or more industrialist or government institution can make a comparative study from the data of the time series obtained by them. Now, who more than two or more than two industrialist or government institution, any authorized company, any multinational company, they can do a study, comparative study. Comparative means comparison can be done from the past data. Two companies profit can be compared, or that company only can compare its profit with the last year profit. What was the profit in the last year, what was the profit in the this year? So comparison can be done related to the profit, related to the loss, related to the population, everything. So again, first point, direction and pattern is known. Second point, related to the related to the past data, we can think about the future estimation. Then third, important decision can be taken related to industries or related to the future. Then two or more than the industries or government institution or authorized institution can do the comparison between the two data. Okay, so these are the importance of time series. Now, definition of a time series. A time series is a set of observation taken at specified time period. What they are telling, time series is a set of observation are being taken. This observation are taken as per the specified time period, as per the particular time period, not random time period we are taking a gap of the time period, and in that gap whatever the data we are collecting, that data is being studied. So time series is being done on the set of observation at a specified interval or at a specified time period. Is that clear? Now here, the first will be considered as we were having x and f here. Okay, so this part is considered to be the time t, and the particular f what was there over here, it will be considered as yt, dependent variable of the time. Is that clear? T and yt. Now next is uses of time series. First, uses of time series. The analysis of time series done in this way is useful in the trade, science, social and political field. Okay, now in that, first what they are telling, it is possible to know the past situation and use it to obtain the type and measures of the variation. Now three things are there in first use. We can know about the past situation, the data which we are having, that data represent about the past. So past situation is done. Then it also represent what type of it was, what type of thing was it used to obtain the type, and also measures of the variation, steps, the particular reason why the variations are coming. So we can know about the past situation and how it was, and its variation are being known. Okay, second point, it is possible to estimate the value of variable in future using statistical method. What has been done? Estimation is being taken, past data is being taken, and we can think about the future estimation, we can think about the future condition. That is known as what? Estimation of the value. So here we will underline estimated value, then variable in the future using statistical method. Related to the future, we can decide about the past data. The third point, proper decision can be taken for future using the estimated value, and activities can be planned accordingly. Based on the past data, we can decide about the future thinking, and we can estimate the value, and we can take a proper important decision based on the future. Okay, so based on proper decision can be taken, same like this point, important decision can taken, proper decision we can take based on the past data. Fourth, comparative study. Comparative means comparison can be done. Why the variation, why the changes are coming in the given variable at different places or time interval. In each and every time period, why the changes are occurring, why the measures, what is the reason that the changes are coming. So that comparison can be done with present with the past. Okay, fifth one, the estimates obtained from the past data can be compared with the present value. What they are telling, the past data which we are having, the past data value can be compared with the present value, and reason for the discrepancies discrepancies means the reason, why the reason, what is the particular reason that the differences are coming between them can be investigated. Means what is the reason between the past and the present that the difference is very large difference or short difference, what are the reason that can be identified. Okay, so again from the very first point, based on the past data, it types and measures steps can be taken up. Then based on the past data, we can decide the future thinking, we can decide about the future importance by statistical method. Then based on the past data, a proper decision can be taken. Based on the past data, comparison can be done in the variation at different time period. Then based on the past data, comparison can be done between the present and what is the reason, that is also can be identified. Okay, so this is about the uses. Now coming to the component of time series. Component of time series is divided into 4 parts. Long term component or trend we can say, seasonal component or trend we can say, cyclical component or trend we can say, random or irregular component or trend we can say. Okay, now coming to the long term. Long term means the changes which lie for a long period of a time. The changes which lie for a long period of time, that is known as long term component or trend. This is the meaning. The variation seen in the variable of a time series over a very long period of a time. What they are telling, over a very long period of a time is the effect of long term component or trend. For a long period of a time, the changes are being visible, the variation are being visible, that is known as long term component. The variable of a time series is generally found to have continuous increase or decrease. What will happen in long term? Either continuous increase will be there for a long period of time or continuous decrease will be there for a long period of time. This phenomenon is due to trend. This phenomenon is because of the component, because of the trend which is going on. Okay, so this one up till here you are having a meaning. Now they are giving the example. For example, decreasing value of a rupee in the international market, then increasing usage of mobile phone, rising population of the country, then decreasing death rate, etc. So what the thing are given here? Decreasing value of rupee in international market, the amount are being reduced, the rupee value are being decreased. Then mobile phones usage are increasing day by day, then population is increasing day by day, death rate is decreasing day by day. So this all reasons are being considered in the long term component. The intermittent short term variation are ignored. The changes which are coming for a very short period of a time, they are being ignored, as the long term variation in the time series are studied in the trend. Why? Because they are studying the long term variation, short term variation we are ignoring. The overall changes taking place in the variable of the time series are considered here. The factor responsible for this changes produce a very slow space of variation. The changes are coming at a very slow space in long term. Okay, for example, the number of literate are increasing in India, but this is increasing at a very slow in the last 60 to 70 years. No doubt the education is increasing, but at a very slow stage it is increasing. Generally, the cause of such variation are the changing custom in the society, changes in the taste and choices of the people, technological changes in the industry. Why the changes are coming? Because the society changes, society is taking changes. The taste and preference of the people are changing. The industry's technology are changing day by day. So as the changes are occurring slowly, so in long term also the variations are taking place at a slow basis. Is that clear? After that, you are having this point, the trend in the series, the trend in the series having almost constant increase or decrease. What they are telling, that in any of the series there is continuous increase or continuous decrease. Okay, then that trend is known as linear trend. What it is? The trend in which the series having almost constant increase or constant decrease, then they are known as linear trend. You have to remember, which is generally observed in most of the time series. We are seeing this linear trend only. Okay, opposite of that, what they are telling, the trend of the series in a situation, the value stabilize after a certain interval of a time. Stabilize means it is constant. the value which are constant after certain interval of a time and then start decreasing gradually. At one stage it is constant, after that it is decreasing gradually, then that particular series is known as what? Non-linear or curvilinear. Then that situation is known as what? Non-linear or curvilinear. Is that clear? Long-term component is denoted by capital TT. See here, we will denote the component showing trend in the variable yt of the time series, that is denoted by TT. TT, capital TT is known as the symbol of long-term component or trend. Now let's see the second one, seasonal component. Seasonal component means the variation occurring in the time series variable almost regularly over a very short period of time is the effect of seasonal component. Now what is that variation? Changes occurring means taking place. The changes which are taking place almost regularly for a very short period of a time, then that is known as seasonal component. Means for a short period of a time, every now and then the changes are coming, then that kind of a changes, that kind of a variation is known as seasonal component. The period of oscillation of such variation is usually less than a year. Now seasonal component does not last for 1 year or 2 year, it lasts for only a year, means in between a year only it gets completed. It is necessary to record the short term values in time series to study this variation. It is not possible to get the information about the seasonal component if yearly values of the given variable are available. Now what they are telling, if the values are given as per yearly, then we cannot calculate the seasonal component. Okay, seasonal component cannot be calculated on the point when yearly data are being given. The seasonal component affect the time series as follow. Now seasonal component is divided into two parts. First, effect of natural factor, and second, effect of man-made factors. Means natural disasters and man-made disasters, these two are being affected in seasonal component. Okay, effect of natural factor, the variation in the values of time series occur in the association with the season or weather fluctuation. What it is? Natural factors must be affected by weather fluctuation due to the disasters of weather or due to the disasters of season. Such variation occur almost regular interval, means in an interval at times they are coming. For example, the demand of fans, coolers or AC increase during summer, whereas the demand of woolen increases during in winter. The market prices reduces when the new crop is ready. Means these are the natural factor as per the season. The demand are increasing or decreasing. While kite festival, the demand for kite and its thread has been increased. Okay, after that there is no demand of it. Means then summer season, in summer season the AC cotton clothes, their value are being increased, after that the values are being decreased. So as per the season wise, the factors which are we are using or which are affecting its value is been increasing, and after that its values gets down. So that kind of a factor comes in the natural factor. After that they have given effect of man-made factor. Now in that, the variation occurring regularly in less than one period of a year are caused by the festival, customs in society, habits of people. For example, the purchase of ornament increases during marriage season. Kites are in demand during Uttarayan. The numbers of customers increases at the time of restaurant or in theatre during weekends. Increase in the purchase of clothing during festivals and articles and everything. So these are man-made. Uttarayan, then colors related to Holi, then the particular marriage season, the demands are being increased related to the ornaments, related to the clothes and everything. So which are the man-made demand, they will be coming here. Which are the season wise demand, they will be coming here. Okay, but they are not lasting for more than 1 year. Within 1 year they get exhausted. As the period of oscillation of this type of a variation is almost certain, they are called regular variation. What they are known as? Types of variation which are almost certain as per the oscillation, they are known as regular variation. If the time and measure of this variation are known, then the trader producer are benefited at a higher profit can be earned by a control over their inventory. Over their inventory means stock, means if the traders are knowing about the particular demands made by the people. For example, in man-made, everyone are aware when the Uttarayan is going to come. Everywhere everyone is aware that weekends are going to come, so the demand of this particular thing is going to increase. So at that time period, the businessman, the traders, okay, the small vendors, they prepared themselves with their stock ready, that the demand will be more of this particular thing, so that they can get more benefit. So they are aware about the thing which is going to be happen. Okay, so they are not they are coming in what man-made factors. Okay, and man-made, the seasonal component has been denoted by capital ST, as the long-term component was denoted by capital TT. So seasonal component is denoted by capital ST. After that, cyclical component. The variation occurring in the time series variable at approximately regular interval of more than 1 year. See here that it is difference. Cyclical component more than 1 year. Rather, seasonal component less than, within a 1 year. Okay, within 1 year they get over. But the effect of this can be seen more than 1 year. Are the effect of cyclical component. The changes which are taking place more than 1 year, then they are known as what? Cyclical component. Variation occurring due to this component are less regular as compared to seasonal component. The changes which are coming in this cyclical component are less as compared to the seasonal component. The period of oscillation of this variation can be 2 to 10 years, and in specific circumstances it can also be 10 to 15 years. Now what is the variation? Up till how many years the particular changes can take place? So 2 to 10 years or 10 to 15 years. The cyclical component is also considered as short-term component, as the time interval of the variation due to this component is less than that of the time for the whole series, which can be 40 to 50 year or even more. The interval, the cyclical component, what they are telling, that short-term component, the time interval can be more than or less than 40 to 50 year. The cycles of boom and recession are the example of this variation. Cyclical component. Cyclical component means one kind of a depression is being examined, is being faced by the particular businessman. So cyclical component is basically affected by boom and recession. Boom means at a high peak, means they are earning more profit. Recession means they are learning in losses. Okay, the cycle passes through their 4 stages, namely depression, recovery, boom and recession. You have almost learned this in 11th standard. Trade cycle, phases of trade cycle. Okay, this variation are found in the time series of trade and financial matters such as production, price of an item, prices of shares in the share market, investment, etc. The trader can play suitably with the help of the estimates of the time and measure of this variations. If the traders are aware about the situation, they can handle it very nicely, as they are knowing what situation is going to take place. Now cyclical component has been noted by CT. Random or irregular component. The effect of irregular or random component is also seen in the variations of the variable of time series in addition to the approximately regular short-term component like seasonal and cyclical, which also give short-term effect. Now random and irregular are basically seen in cyclical and seasonal component. If the values in the series change due to sudden and unpredictable causes, see here again, what is random and irregular? The changes are coming sudden without our knowing, and unpredictable, we were not aware about it also. The changes are called random variation. Sudden of anything happened and changes are taking place, unpredictable, we are not aware also, then that variation, that changes are known as random or irregular component. This is your meaning. The time interval and effect of this variation is not certain. We cannot define that at up till what time period it is going to last. Okay, the variation which cannot be attributed to any one of the trend, seasonal component, cyclical component, is the effect of random component. Okay, the trend related to seasonal and cyclical, they are being a part of a random component. This fluctuation appear completely unexpected and are irregular. What they are? They are unexpected. We cannot predict them. It does repeat regularly and cannot be controlled also. The thing is that we cannot decide it when it is going to happen. We cannot control this or control it also, and it can repeat again also. So we don't have any kind of a surety that what kind of a changes are going to taking place. The variation occurs due to natural disasters like earthquake, flood, or due to man-made predicaments like war, strike, political upheaval. The estimates can contain error due to this component. Now there are natural disasters also, and there are man-made disasters also, which are happening because of man-made or because of natural disaster. So in short, random component is a it is a mixture of seasonal and cyclical component, but this variation, this changes are unpredictable. We cannot decide it when it is going to be happen, and it has been denoted by capital RT. Okay, the value of variable of time series yt based on the time t, denoted by time t, is determined with the combined effect of trend, that is known as TT. Combined effect of trend TT, seasonal component ST, cyclical component CT, and random component RT. Now whatever the particular combination we are getting, the effect of trend we are getting, it is a combination of all the four components. Okay, all the four components are being combined for finding the effect of trend. This is very important. This relationship is shown as follow in the additive model of time series. This is important. Additive model of time series is what? That is YT, that is known as value of a variable of time series YT is equals to long term component plus short term cyclical seasonal component plus cyclical component plus random component. Okay, this is your additive model which is coming in 1 mark. The seasonal component ST does not appear if yearly value of the variable are given for the time series. This already we have done. If the values are based on yearly, then we cannot calculate seasonal component. To find the effect of each component, trend TT is found first using the given value YT. Now for each of the component, first we have to find TT based on the time series they have given, on YT they have given. After subtracting it from YT, the residual variation, the remaining amount, shows short-term component, that is ST, CT and RT. When we are subtracting the particular term, that YT, from YT we are subtracting TT, the amount which we are getting, that amount is known as ST, CT and RT. Then seasonal component, if available, if we are having the value, and cyclical component are found. Random component is found in the end as like this. We are finding RT equals to YT minus TT plus ST plus CT. Like this we are finding the particular random variable. The future estimate of the variable y cap t, how it is pronunciated, y cap t, is found by estimating the trend value and then adding the effect of each component at the given time as mentioned above. So future estimate variable of y cap t is found after finding the value of trend value. Then we are adding of each of the component value of the time series t as they have given the formula here. Okay. After that, there is a graphical method. We have to do the sum based on graphs. So here, graphical methods for determining trend. So methods of determining trend, there are 3 methods. One is graphical method, one is a method of least square, then the third method is moving average method. Okay, so first we will see graphical method. This is the easiest method to find trend. The points are plotted on the graph paper by taking the independent variable time t on x-axis and dependent variable yt on y-axis. Now what they are taking, x-axis is taken on t, okay, taken as t, and dependent variable is taken as yt on x-axis. This point are joined in order by the line segment. We are joining them. This shows the variation in the values of the variable. When we are joining, the changes are being visible to us. A smooth curve then drawn through the middle of the point by personal judgment. With our personal judgment, we are joining the points. This curve shows the trend by ignoring the short-term fluctuation in the series. We are ignoring the short-term fluctuation, short-term variations which are coming, we are ignoring them, and only we are considering the long-term variation. The future estimates are obtained by extending the curve thus drawn. Then we are getting the line such this, like this we are getting a line. Based on this, we are identifying that what is the particular trend going on. Okay, this is the particular point-wise series. They are shown as original series, and then when we are drawing a line, that is known as a trend, that what kind of a trend it can be. Now after that, merits First, this method is easy to understand and use, as no calculation, no formula, so easy and can be used. Second, the trend can be found without any mathematical formula or calculation. Got it here? No mathematical formula, no calculation. This method can be used even if the trend is not linear, not equal, not proper, then also we can use this method. The judgment about the type of curve to be fitted for obtaining the trend can be given by this method. We can identify that what judgment, what reason we have to give that the variation is going, if it is a coming loss, if it is coming profit. So judgment, we can identify that how long the changes were taking place. Limitation, it is possible that different people draw different curve. Each and everyone will be having different curve because the measurement will be different as they are taking. Hence the uniformity is not maintained. Continuation will not be maintained with each and everyone in the trend and its estimate. If not equal values are taken, then each and everyone will be drawing a different graph. That is normal. The centimeters which we are taking, the values which we are taking, if everyone is taking different, then the trend will not be the same, the drawing will not be the same, the graph will not be the same. Second point, the estimate cannot be accurate, cannot be perfect, as this is not a mathematical method, as we are not using any calculation, no formula, then the answer which we are getting, the particular part which we are doing, that is not perfect. And it is not possible to know the reliability of the estimate. We cannot know the reliability of also trust. We cannot trust on it that whether it is perfect or not. So this was about the advantages and disadvantages of the graphical method. Now in graphical method I am showing you here, the year are considered as T, which are being represented on x-axis like this. If 2006, then consider it 1, 2007 2, 2008 3, 2009 4, 2010 5, 2011 6, 2012 7, 2013 8, 2014 9 and 2015. They are being represented like this. See, time 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, like this. So they are known as what? T. Okay, so on T they will be represented. The year you have to convert in time, always here also the month will be considered as time, like here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. See here, they have considered as a time. We have to consider it as time only. If they are writing month, year, we will convert them in time, and sales will be converted in YT, same as usual, 13 14 15 20 25 35 47 49 50. Same way here, production will be our YT. So in this we have to represent which is the highest and which is the lowest. The highest is 47 and the lowest is what? 20. So we can begin from 5 10 15 20 25 30 35 40 45 50. Consider here production, write here turns, compulsory you have to write 0 here, and then the scale we will write x-axis 1 centimeter is equals to 1 year, whatever the difference is coming among the year. Sometime it will happen that they are taking 10 also, 2010 then 2020, means what will be the difference? 10 difference. So here you will be writing 1 centimeter equals to 10 years. Okay, now y-axis 1 centimeter equals to, what is the difference they have taken? 5 to 10, means the gap of 5 is coming. So what is the production? The production is in ton, so we have taken 5 ton. Is that clear? Then as per that we have to mention the point. In 1, what is the particular value? 20. So in 1 we will go to 20. In 2, that is 23. So we are going to make a point like this. Then randomly with the help of a scale we are going to join them. Okay, so this is our series, original series. After that we are not we don't have to representation is not needed here. Only we have to draw this graph, and mostly it is coming in only 3 or some 4 mark, not it is coming in the 5 mark. Clear here? So this is the exercise. Based on that we have to convert them. Always the years will be converted into 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, then as per the small value and highest value we have to consider, and the difference we have to take. So it is easy exercise. Now coming to the method of least square. In least square, this method is the same method which we have done in the ahead of the chapter, that is linear regression. Okay, linear regression. Why we are using this method? As in graphs we are not having any formulas or calculation. So to get a result perfect, to get a perfect result, we are using this method. Is that clear? See here, as a limitation of a graphical method, we saw that if mathematical technique is not used, then the trend and the estimates obtained from it change from person to person, and its reliability, trustiness cannot be known. If you want to find the linear trend of the time series by a mathematical method, we will require a specific linear equation which represent a trend. We have studied the method of least square in the chapter of regression to fit a linear equation to a given data, which will be used to find the linear trend in a time series. So to find a linear trend in time series, same formulas are there. We have to find first this b. Instead of what here we were taking x, sigma xy. Instead of xy, we will be taking t everywhere. See here, n sigma ty minus sigma t into sigma y divided by sigma t n into sigma t square minus sigma t the whole square. This was the first. After that we were finding y, a, that is what, y bar minus t bar. After that we were finding what, y cap equals to a plus b t. We were finding this. So this is your, see here, first you have to find t bar, then y bar, then b, then a, then equation of the trend, like this. Same thing, same is the term. Okay, now coming to the next, merits. Advantages. This method is absolutely mathematical, and hence the future estimate do not change subjectively with the person. Perfect calculation is there, and it is not changing from person to person. The trend estimate can be obtained by this method for each of the given value t. For each of the time period, we can find the particular estimates. We can find for 1 also, we can find for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like for each and every year we can find the estimate. The trend estimate can also be obtained for intermediate period, as the trend values are obtained. For the middle period also we can find the estimates using the equation. For example, the trend estimates for the period in the center of the second and third year can be found by taking t equals to 2.5. How? Second and third year, 2 plus 3 divided by 2. So that is 5 divided by 2. So time will be taken as 2.5. So with the help of the middle period, we can calculate this also. Now limitation. The method requires extensive calculation to find the trend. It is a long method, as we have to find first y bar, t bar, b, a, y cap, then y cap we are inserting the value of t. So it is one kind of a long calculation. Okay. The reliability of the estimated value obtained by this method is less if an appropriate type of trend curve and its suitable equation is not fitted. Means here, if we are not taking a perfect formula and we are taking a wrong formula, the answer which we are getting, that will be not correct. So if the formula is not correct, we are not getting the proper estimated related to the trend. Okay, so this were the advantages and disadvantages of the particular method of least square. Now coming to the method of moving average. Method of moving average is being calculated only to remove the problem of short term variation, means to remove the changes which are coming for a very short period of a time. So to remove that particular problem, we are using method of moving average. The method of moving average is very useful to find trend by eliminating means removing the effect of short term variation. Only this much you have to remember. The method of moving average is very useful. Is used why? To eliminate the effect of short term variation, to remove the particular changes which are coming for a very short period of a time. Now in this method of moving average, there are three types of a method we are using. The first is 3 monthly or weekly, then 4 monthly or weekly, then 5 monthly or weekly. These three methods are being used in this particular method. Okay, after that the calculation I'll be showing you how it is to be done as per the example we will be doing in the video. Now the limitations and advantages. The effect of short term component is eliminated to a large extent using the average, and the trend of the series is obtained. Now what we are doing in moving average, if 4 yearly they have said, we are adding the 4 data and then dividing it by 8 or dividing it by 4, and then we are taking it average. Average means we are taking the mean. Okay, so by adding them, the 4 data are being added. If 3 yearly, then 3 data are being added and divided by 3. So that we are doing. So we are eliminating the short term component. The calculation is easy to understand, and it is comparatively less and simple. The calculation related to moving average is very easy and simple. So this were the advantages. Now the limitations. See, the trend obtained by this method is not accurate if the interval of the moving average is not chosen correctly. Now what they are telling, the answer will not be correct if the particular moving average method we are not taking properly. If they have said 3 yearly and we are using 4 yearly, then the answer will not be proper. Second, the estimates of the trend for some initial and last time period cannot be obtained. First and last, we cannot obtain the data, okay, because we don't have the data related to the first and the last period. Then the third one, a specific mathematical formula is not obtained for future estimate. Here it is not a perfect any formula they have given. Here the method we are using, okay, so any specific formula is not given to find the future estimates. Clear, young? So this were the advantages and limitation related to moving average method. Thank you.